Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming and checking out the stream. And if it's your first time checking this out, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. I know everybody tells you subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, but I'm actually legitimately telling you that super helps. So if you could, please do that. I look at my analytics and it looks like only about a third of the people that watch these videos are actually subscribed to the channel. So it's in your interest to go ahead and subscribe and also turn notifications on so you will know when we go live. And today is actually a very special live stream because I'm going to be delving and talking a lot more about leadership and my first year with them with 7DD and kind of rising through from the beginning and kind of where I'm at now. So it's going to be a great stream of reflection, a lot of good information that's going to be here. So really glad that you can make it, and I think that there's going to be a lot of useful information as well for anybody that is watching the replay. Also, guys, if you do watch the replay, it really helps with timestamps. That helps me out a lot, and it helps everybody else out a lot too. So if you are watching this on replay, watch the whole thing. I really appreciate everybody that does that. So thank you everybody for stopping by. Oh, cool, Gab, you're new. Awesome, really cool that you're new. Yeah, and if you're new, definitely let me know. That's really cool. Unicorn, hello, how are you? Reagan, how are you? Anna, what's up? Gotti, Ray, cool. I'm seeing a lot of new names so far. What's up, most interesting? How are you, buddy? Milan, Noza, how are you? And Goon, hello, dear. How are you? And Sunny, hello, Sunny. Roz, what's up, Roz? How are you? So when did I start playing Empires and Puzzles? I think my actual day, it was like April 2nd. I want to say something like that. Or no, it was like April 28th. I think we looked it up. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure I'll look it up. What's up, lady? How are you? Oh, cool. That's awesome. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that. Lady S, hello. I know, right? Happy anniversary. I'm 2 days late. I wasn't able to live stream when I actually had my anniversary, so I'm making it up today. So Still didn't figure out what those timestamps are. If you watch the replay, you can note when stuff is happening. So that's just what it is, I guess. Yes, it is Goon. That is them. Oh well, I'm glad you're able to catch me live today, Ray. What's up, Aaron? I love your logo. We got a Raiders fan. It's funny because I live in Massachusetts. I'm originally from California, but diehard Oakland fan, and I hate the Patriots. So we'll just note that right now. Okay, so I haven't been into my account because I knew I was going to be doing this. So I think I just got a third hit on the Titan, so I'm not stressed about that. But as you can see, I've got stuff I got to collect in my camps. So I was running like 3 TC20s, but now I'm back to actually using heroes. So that's good because I've got stuff I got to level up. What's up, Mr. Momo? I agree, Aaron. Florin, how are you? Perlios, what's up, buddy? Okay, so let me get through and actually use some of my stuff. I always do my Titans first, which we have a unicorn today. My first 2 hits were abysmal, so very terrible. So I will have to make up quite a bit on these next hits. Last event, we helped you push from top 150 with only level 70s. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you were able to go ahead and get into top 150. Cool, that's awesome. And if you guys are seeing, what's up, Icon? How are you? If you guys are seeing anybody with like a little gear or blue, anybody that donates to the channel becomes a moderator. And then if you see like a little anchor next to them, they are sponsors of this channel. So you can become a sponsor, and all of our sponsors are part of an exclusive line group that I am actually managing. So if people need one-on-one kind of like questions, because I answer questions live on this, I think it really helps out. But if people want a little bit of extra stuff, or they really want to contribute to the channel, you can join and become part of the sponsorship team, and you have access to where you can post screenshots of your heroes, or get little helps, little tidbits of help. And I've already seen we added quite a few people last stream, so this is only the second time that I've announced it. But if you become a sponsor to the channel, you get access to that. So, and we actually have Roz, who's been with 7DD for a long time, that is actually part of the group as well, and she's killing it. As you can see, right now she's second on Titan, so hanging out with us as well. So I really appreciate her actually volunteering to help out a little bit extra, and just another way that we can contribute to the community here. So saw some Russian uploading second season. I don't follow that kind of stuff, Aprilios. I talked about beta. I'm not really gonna address beta or chat about it on season 2 yet, because they made it abundantly clear to not give information. So I'm not really going to talk about beta or second season that much. Yeah, so yeah, these 12 stars are insane. What's up, Danny? How are you? Thank you, Angel. I appreciate that. Aaron, at first you want to go ahead and you want to get a strong 5-star team, which actually I'll talk about that'll be a good talking point on what I did. So definitely. How much do you have to sponsor to get help? Rainbow, it's $4.99 a month. So you'll see if you go you'll see where it says sponsor. It's only $5 a month. So I mean, obviously it doesn't kill anybody, but it all adds up, and it really helps me. Really helps the channel. So it definitely helps out. Yeah, Roz is a beast. She's awesome. She's great. She's been with us for a long time. Roz, when did you join? You've been with us for quite a while. So really cool. All right, so let me get into this big dummy, which actually I'm shifting. So I can't run Athena. Daddy figured that out today. I completely forgot about reflecting the same color, so there was that. So right now Tibertus is my defensive down. I haven't attacked with him yet, and I'm almost kind of considering not running any healing and running more 5 stars, because everything's getting one shot with these 12 stars, and I don't have a lot of timestamps. But I am going to go ahead and run a few tornadoes, I think, because I have a fair amount, and I'll be okay with I'll be okay with using a few on this guy. End of last September. That's awesome. Yeah, Roz has been with us for quite some time. That's really cool. Yeah, okay, so any idea about the next event at least? Yeah, I believe it's going to be... I forget right now. I think it's Guinevere, so I think it's Knights. I know, poor Athena, right, yeah. What's up, Tanukil? What's up, buddy? Alright, yeah, so let me get into this guy. I'm just gonna tornado here. I'm gonna tornado one more time. I'm slowly like shifting that healers are becoming less helpful. Mostly just on these 12 stars. And also I'm kind of I haven't been on the Woo train that much lately, to be honest with you guys. Which is really, really sad because he every single Titan he gets one-shotted. It's just a matter. I'm really surprised that Melnador actually survived that hit. It's just a matter of when he dies. This is still going to be an awful hit, even though we used 2 tornadoes. Go up. No, I guess that wasn't awful, but it's definitely okay, I guess. What's up, Brooke? How are things over there? Yeah, Knight should be next. For some reason, you want to get Morgan Le Fay instead of Guinevere or King Arthur. Okay. Yeah, she's Guinevere is really good. I actually talked about her last time. How often do tornadoes go into battle? Like, literally never. I don't remember the last time. Actually, the last time I used tornadoes was on 14-star Titans. So, the reason why tornadoes... the reason why I'm using tornadoes is because I don't have any time stops, and I have quite a bit of tornadoes right now. But my tornadoes are pretty much saved for the events, and that's it. Idahan, how are you? Thank you for coming and checking out. Yeah, the time stops are definitely good for it. But yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be that good of a hit, but it's still even not a good hit. It's still an okay hit. It's so confusing that blue tiles, God, you jerk. Blue tiles don't do anything when I feel like red tiles should be the ones that don't do anything, but whatever. Alright, this should be okay as long as... Okay, good. Let's hope that this purple cascades into... Nope, didn't. But that will do. I really, really, really wish that he didn't one-shot Tibertus right off the bat. That was actually quite annoying, to be honest. Nice. It should be another okay hit. See the biggest difference with the Tibertus not living? Oh, aggravating. Cool question. You have to run a meeting first 5-star blue. It's unfortunately Thorn. Is it worth living when you mainly use Curiel for Titans in defense? Thorn, he's okay for 70. I wouldn't bring him to 80 though. Unfortunately, Rainbow. How can you get more compasses? Just keep playing, honestly. I'm simply the master of diamond creation. Yeah, that's why, lady, I don't. A lot of people see you, Sunny. A lot of people go ahead and they do like a lot of auto farming, and I always kind of prefer to not auto farm. I think that when I'm farming, that's a good chance for me to practice and get better at seeing better lines and getting better at noticing things. So I know a lot of people are historically, auto farmers that play on their tablet, and they just auto farm on their tablet, and don't really pay attention to the actual gameplay of it. But doing just like spending the time actually trying to get better at seeing those lines, it definitely helped me out a lot. So if people are trying to get better at finding diamonds, that's definitely one of the biggest contributors to it. Okay, Ayadhan, yeah, definitely come back. Cool, I appreciate it, Rainbow. I appreciate that. Have a good meeting. Hopefully it goes well. And part of me kind of wants to... I think on this next hit, I'm going to make sure that... stuff goes off right. Alright, so I'm fine with you dying. I'm not mad about that. Would have preferred you not dying. Definitely would have preferred you definitely not dying. See what I'm saying? It's just like... everybody dies. And like the worst part about it too is even if I put like the defensive stuff on it, still die. I'm gonna have to like cheat tile damage with a single Horgel. It's like maybe 15. Yep. Alright. So I guess I'm okay with those. I think I have to, I'll probably end up flasking. But honestly, probably not. We'll see how much this thing dies, but everybody's been given the okay to flask. Which, hopefully that answers your question, lady, or Roz. One of you guys was asking if we could flask. I think I'm not going to flask. Because I don't have a ton. What's up, Robson? How are you, buddy? My day. How's my day going? My day's going pretty good, right? Yeah, you like Melindor, but Titans seem to target him first. Yeah, Melindor has great tile damage. Really? What? What are you questioning, Ross? Oh, you're going in. Yeah. If you want to use a flask, yeah, lady changed the banner, so you should be good. Yeah, the ladies do well for sure. We got some beasts. Low-key want to bring this team in against him. Whatever. Let's have some fun. So I'm not going to activate Woo because I have all these specials that can go off first. And clearly this wasn't the best team to bring in. But Whatever. Hopefully I don't just lose. I might just lose because of it. Alright, so I have to kill Z-Line, but I don't think I have a way of killing her, which is unfortunate. I think I'm still going to do this. I really wanted Melindor to go off. $140. Even. Oh. Interesting. It makes sense, but I didn't think that that Z-Line took away Wukong's ability. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense, but I've seen it obviously reduce attack, but I wasn't sure on special attack, so food for thought. Horgol, you big dummy, let's go. Yeah, not gonna happen. Alright, I think I'm gonna bring in a real team against him. This has been kind of a fun team for me lately. So I'm going to go for the blue diamond. Hopefully you guys saw that move. Sorry, I probably should have said it first. But I saw immediately that I had the chance of making a blue diamond. And I'm not going to go and use my diamond because I'm going to hopefully cascade into a blue match that will charge up my Athena and then allow me to have the diamond plus Athena. Didn't really work out, but at this point I'm going to go ahead and submit to the fact that I'd much rather just have the special and then make it. Like, I would have preferred that be a 3-match instead. I'm going to charge up both my Junes. So instead of just killing Delilah, I can probably kill Delilah with those purple tiles. So I have 2 lines. Actually, I think I'm going to go that and that, because Thoth is about to go off, and then I want to blind Z-Line, and then hopefully that kills Delilah. It does. Get the blue tiles. Yep, I knew that was going to hit on there. Didn't think that it was going to cascade into a diamond to kill him. Hopefully this misses a few. If not, I've got Boltus that's going to go ahead and stop pretty much everything. Chef's here too. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to read through chat right now. What's up? I'm just gonna call you by your last name because I can pronounce it. Modrovok. Can you take your seasons in season 1 into season 2? You should be able to, but I can't hypothesize that much, to be honest. I don't know what's gonna go on with season 2. Thanks, I appreciate that, Angel. Oh, you had a raid but lost. That's cool. See you, buddy. What's up, John? How are you? Yeah, hell usually seems to be a problem. 3 healers in defensive team, good or not so much? I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, cool, Tiago. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. You love my pronunciation of hero names. That's so funny. Yes, you can talk smack on the war here too. That works. Yeah. So Chef, longtime 7DD council member. Well, I shouldn't say council member. You briefly, probably a few months, you were council, but longtime 7DDer now runs 7 Days Fermented, and we now are matched up with them in war. So it's going to be a battle. What's up, Chris? Yeah, you did catch me live. Yeah, Jimmy is going to be in Fermented against us, so it's we got some family ties into this one. Oh, cool, Red. Glad you were able to catch me live. So, saying Small Giant does not allow YouTubers so Aprilios, yeah, there's they pretty much made an announcement that if you show screenshots and or videos, that you potentially could get removed from the beta program. So I haven't released anything, and I won't until they give me the okay. So it's show, but I don't really want to talk or speculate on it. So I just hopefully respect to not really talk about season 2. I know people were really great about it last time, but just do me a favor, and I don't really want to speculate or talk about it until they kind of give me a little bit of an okay on it. That's all. Yeah, it may be our first loss. Could definitely be. I'm sure somebody will beat us soon. I don't think that we'll stay undefeated forever. So I don't think that's the case, Chris. I don't think that people are dumbing down their teams. Still debating who can one-shot Chef first. Chef, I'll attack you first, buddy. But you guys can't attack me. Thanks, I appreciate that, Sean. Alright, let me go fight some people again. But yeah, like I said, this stream I definitely plan on talking about some things I haven't really talked about before, and reflecting on everything that I've kind of learned and the way I started and everything. So should be a good stream. Did you guys get matched up pretty well for your next war? Oh, this is gonna suck. Please don't kill Bulltusk. Alright, well, thanks. I appreciate you killing Bulltusk a lot. I'm just gonna kill your whole team in return. So, there's that. I don't think anybody's really allowed to, Aprilios. I mean, I can't control what people do and don't post. That's not my deal, and I'm definitely not a snitch, so, but I'm just respecting their wishes, that's all. You have a fight against a much stronger alliance? That stinks. I'm sorry, bud. Question about wars. Would it be smart to go with a low-level team on defense? Maybe not give... No, that's not smart at all. Low level, like everybody still has the same amount of everybody gets the same amount of points awarded against them. It doesn't matter what team you bring in. So everybody has the same amount. It doesn't matter if you bring low teams or high teams, but what they do is they distribute the amount of points for each individual team based on what team you bring in. So everybody gets around 2,000 points for their alliance as a whole, and then depending on the strength of the team, they get awarded a certain amount of points that their team is worth. So if everybody brings in low-level teams, they're still going to be worth around 2,000 points. So I wouldn't recommend that, no. Ares was Hero of the Month. Yep, he was. Second Hero of the Month. Or no, was he second? No, he wasn't second. God, I'm sorry, I'm brain fart. Athena was second. Ares was in October, so I think Ares was like the fourth. Fourth or fifth. Yep, you're just gonna have to wait a bit, Aurelios, that's all. Okay. It's third. Okay, thanks, Roz. I appreciate the confirmation. Third? I don't know. I right off the top of my head, I don't know which month and what order Ares came out. I want to say Ares came out in October. Is what I want to say. Third was Mush. No, was it Mush? Somebody's got to have the lineup. Yeah, I think Mush was definitely after Ares. You watch some of the videos, really like what I'm doing. Do I have an idea when EP launched and how some players got level 30? So, EP launched, I want to say, in like January of last year. And then I think it went live in like March. I joined in April. Or maybe February. I know that they had some beta. If you actually scroll through their Facebook, I did this a while ago, and I like read through all of their Facebook stuff, so you can actually see the timeline on when they started. But how some players got to level 30 troops? Well, you just had somebody join in that has a bunch of 30 level troops. You can ask Zero yourself. What's up, Zero? How are you, buddy? Are you jumping out of the cake is what most people are wondering. Actually, most people just being myself. So, what's my favorite 7DD memory? That's a really, really good question, Zero. I think about that. There's a lot of really good memories. There's a lot of really, really good memories. I think, honestly, the best memory I had was becoming a leader. I think I remember that day, very, very vividly, and we looked that up, and I became a leader October 30th of last year, and I remember I felt like so shocked, and was like it was kind of like it was so weird to feel like a monumentous moment about a game, and like it was like a really good feeling, and it's crazy too to think because of that, a lot of stuff has happened, and like I started the channel. I started the channel because of it, and I believe I'm trying to think, maybe September is when I started the channel. But then I actually started becoming a little bit more serious about it. So I would probably say, like, I remember it very, very vividly, like, hearing it and, like, being shocked, and then telling my ex about it and stuff like that. So it was pretty crazy. So, yeah. Yeah, Global March was in March. Alright, so, yeah, Hell, Athena into Aries, Bush. Alright, so that's all of them. Yeah, you were right, Ross. Yeah. I would definitely level Gregorian over Morgan Le Fay if you're considering the two. Just because Gregorian has more practical uses than just raids. Who created 7DD? So that was a Vicious. A Vicious who is the current leader of 7 Days Condemned. Very great guy. He does so much stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. Very, very grateful for him and everything that he's done for the community. Best memory should be when I poached flesh. Yeah, that was a good one too. You need to commit to troops. That's all he's going to give us. And you will need to spend. Okay. I've seen a lot of people that farm a lot too that have a lot of troops. I don't have the troops to go ahead and do it, but I don't know why people say Aaron is bad. I didn't like Aaron at first. I didn't like Aaron at first because he didn't remove buffs, and I had a strong bias against him in beta, and that was a big reason. But Aaron is a beast right now. You spend 100 a month for 8 months just on troops. Okay. All right. Well, that's the question for you guys. So if you're willing to go ahead and invest the money to put towards troops, you can do it. I don't think he invests much into troops now. I think he's okay. Hopefully this is a revenge. I didn't even check if that was a revenge or a raid. Yeah, a Vicious is the supreme overlord. Yeah, Aaron is, he's up there. I really like him. And it's so funny too, because I know people, because people saw me do live streams talking not so good words about him, but I'm very happy with ascending him. So like even like with this, like the Gravemaker going off, like that is a real problem to deal with. But he's just says, all right, that's cool. You dealt your 1 damage. I only have to worry about Merlin, which he's going to regain all his life in that time. I think I'm just going to kill this side. Zero does not have all heroes to 80. I think he only has 53 80s. I think that's what we're up to now, right, Zero? Do you have 2 of each? Yeah, he does have 2 of each. You'll sell your liver. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I wasn't too high up on Z-Line when she was first released either, so don't worry about that. But clearly she's great. So Actually, I don't think I had a strong opinion against her for Z-Line. I didn't think she was that good on defensive raids. I do remember that. And now, obviously, she's really good. But I think like a lot of people were trying to like tank with her and stuff. But she's annoying to deal with. I think she's okay now. I think people are getting smarter, I guess, dealing with her, and that's the whole thing. People adapt and figure out ways to get beyond and not get punished. So like for me, I don't really fear her. The only one I don't really like dealing with is Guinevere. Honestly, I really don't like Guinevere. I can make 5 of these. I'm fine with that. And that's why I always attack Guinevere. Anytime I see Guinevere. That's so funny. You're really following chat. Never ignore us. We love you. That's funny. Oh, 22, 24? You only have 24 80s? Oh, God, I thought you were better than that. Okay. Nope, still doesn't have hell. Z-Line or Zeline? Oh, it's probably Zeline. Probably. She'll infinitely be Z-Line in my book. Cheat, just say Zell. Now is it Zell or Zeal? Nobody has 10. Oh, how can somebody have 10 red 5-star heroes? Level 80? I don't think anybody has 10 5-star 80s. I don't know anybody that has 10 5-stars. Will Guinevere be obsolete with the new tanks? I don't think so ever. I don't think she will be obsolete, even if she does get nerfed. Do I like Rana better than Delilah? I think they're both like Rana is very good. I think they're both really good. If she's rated better, it's very slightly. What's up, Miz? How are you, buddy? Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Yeah, 680s. I think 680s is definitely not out of the question. Like, for me, how much do I have loot? So I could have four 80s, 5-star 80s, and a lot of my rings I got from the events, and Zero has more because he's like, on those events that were giving out rings, he won like twice. So he easily has 12 more rings more than me. So yeah. What is my best ice 2? I don't know what that means. 680s, yeah. Alright. Let me just get rid of some energy here. Alright, let me take some questions while I do this. Yeah, some people I know when I first started and they like ascension materials were harder to get, I would do like the ascension specific like rolls for them. It was like 1,500 gems or something to try and get them. So I got some 4-star ascensions like that, but yeah. Even 5 is a lot. I mean, 0 has a lot of heroes, and has been able to go ahead and level them up. It's definitely not impossible. I'll tell you that right now. Who's a better tank, Justice or Yanin? I would say Justice. June or Justice? Definitely June. What's up, Reagan? How are you? Probably means Ice 2-star hero? I don't know. I haven't graded 2-star heroes. I don't think I've ever even used them. Defense is tough, by the way. Better than Zero's? I don't think so. Zero's definitely got a better team than me. Yeah, Yunin is a slightly better version of Horgel. But yeah, June's a beast for sure. So I guess what I can talk about, I have my first messages to 7DD, which I was going to actually show you that. And I have my original team, so you guys can all point and laugh at that. My original character sheet and everything like that. So you guys can see, I guess it'll be good reflection for anybody that's watching the stream and is like, oh, like I really wish I had better heroes, or I really wish that I had more stuff. You guys can see that just like me, how I started out and where I've come from, that, you know, this point next year or 6 months down the road, your team is going to be so much better. You're going to have so much more information, and especially if you watch this or you follow the raids with Zero, watch Zero's channel, get information from that. And I know people are releasing information all the time. Actually, Zero, Jimmy just put out something about like Alliance Wars and stuff like that. And there's so much more information that you can obtain that wasn't even available back when I started. So, thank you so much, Jack. Thank you very, very much for the donation. I really appreciate that, buddy. If you have a question, also guys, if you ever do like a super chat, make sure you put a question in the super chat, because those are the questions that I like to give like a really in-depth answer to. So I really appreciate that, Jack. Thank you very much. And anybody that donates to the stream, they become a moderator. So thanks, Jack. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, getting Aprilios, that stuff wasn't available back then. I mean, it was, but it wasn't at the degree that it was at now. Like, I was like stressed about like hidden blades and stuff like that. Do I have a tank already? Oh, sorry. Do you know if gonna post the old heroes that we missed? I don't know what you mean by that. What's up, Gretchen? How are you? What's up, Andrea? How are you? Alright, I think I'm just gonna... Alright, so... Let me go ahead and show you guys this, because I have it up. Nope, not that. So, so you can see on 7/21, so I saw that they posted in Alliance Recruitment that they were looking for, or actually, yeah, so they posted in Global, and I missed it by probably like a half an hour or so. And then I saw on their form that they posted that they had a spot available. So I messaged them there. And then what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and I also searched for 7 Days Departed, and I was able to find their Facebook. So, I tell this to people, like, that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So because I saw this, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let you know on global I'm interested. I'm going to let you know on the forum I'm interested. And now I'm going to go ahead and take it a little step further and show you through Facebook that I'm interested. So this is my character sheet. So I'm sure a lot of you, people watching this, they can see kind of some similarities. So I was with the Last Legion, again, still a great alliance, really, really, really great alliance. At this point, I decided that, and I wasn't able to even finish all the stages. So you can see my story progress right there. I hadn't even finished the whole map, and I had was only a level 15 stronghold. My Titan hit was 19. And I had only faced a 7-star Titan. I think at this point, they were doing like 9 stars. Yeah, basically I stalked them pretty much. Yeah. And it's funny too because I don't want to say stalkers, but a lot of people that have been, even engaging in me or whatever in the past and stuff like that are now huge parts of our alliances that I've had like long conversations with that have been progressing and getting better and stuff like that. But it's more of creating a relationship. So that's my profile. And then you can see these are actually my heroes. Up there at the top, that's the heroes I was rocking at that stage. I couldn't even progress Aslar or June. At that point, we didn't have the ascension items to do it. It was very difficult to get hidden blades and orbs. I wish I would have screenshotted my actual what items I had. And yes, I did actually level up Skittle Skull. Skittle Skull was my only green, and I had also gotten Elkanen at this time. You can see my hell is pretty much untouched down there, but I did. Sorry, actually that one is leveled. But I ascended Sabina to the final form before bringing hell to tier 3. And I was rocking Boral and everything like that, and this was, I had Athena. I didn't even start working on Athena yet, because this is, or no, I didn't even have Athena yet at this point, because I remember I got Athena at the last day of the month. It was 2 days at the end of the month. So I got in June, and then Athena, I randomly got her. I was so excited. I worked on Gunner. Gunner was the only 3-star that I leveled up. So you guys can see, my heroes, one thing that I do give myself really good credit on, and it wasn't because I was inundated with a Alliance War, pressure, is I worked on a single 5-color team, okay? Even though Boral wasn't that great, which I got Grim after, which I obviously should have done Grim over Boral, but even though they weren't that great, I still had a five single color team that I was working on and progressing and working on getting better. And that way, at least I had something that I could use for Titan hits, for rating and everything like that, rather than just having 15 different heroes that weren't leveled up at all. So that was definitely one of the things that I think I did right and did good, is that I didn't focus on a bunch of heroes. I didn't level up 3 stars or anything like that. Gunner was my only 3-star that I had leveled up. Only one. I focused all my energy on 5 stars and 4 stars because I knew that that heroes were going to be limited. So you can see it right there. That's the team that I rocked. It's pretty cool. I only had 1,700 cups. And at that point, I think Last Legion was in 80 something, and 7 Days Departed was in 13th. So so I said, and you can see right now, yeah, I've actually been tracking you guys since I first started with this game. I saw you in the forums. I was very low level at the time. It's funny because I'm still at a low level in this. But I appreciate your guys' seriousness towards the game, and it seems like a pretty welcoming culture. So you can see already a year ago, last year, that culture of welcomingness, and this is the reason why I do this whole YouTube channel stuff, guys, is because that was the culture of this, that somebody could be competitive and play this game and and then also still like contribute and be welcoming and seem serious, but still competitive. And that was one of the biggest things that I wanted to make sure that when I was asked, to become a leader, that I wanted to go ahead and carry that on. I wanted to go ahead and continue to bring that. I wanted to be about that. So at that point that day, I didn't have Discord, but I downloaded it then. And so then what's crazy is that Avicius had stepped down to start 7 Days Reborn, and I took Avicious's spot. So it was because Avicius stepped down that I was able to, rise and join, and join Departed. So really cool stroll down memory lane for that. All right, let me go back. I'm gonna read some comments and stuff. Okay. Okay, so alright. Yeah, it's Skittle Skulls on defense, and they still accepted you. That's true. I haven't really improved. That's true, Flesh. I should post yours. I think actually, Flesh, I think I have your team. Posted in the line group the other day. It was funny. That's funny. Yeah, these history shots are cool. Mariana over Elena. Flesh is Boral in disguise. It's pretty much true. Yeah, Boral is not too great. Love him in war cleanups. I think he could serve his purpose there. See you, Roz. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us. Do I chat in global sometimes? Actually, I don't. It's one of the things that I've been telling myself I need to get better at, to be honest. So I post this in global. So but global's way too quick, and it's just, if anybody wants to come over here from global, definitely invite them over. Who started 7DD? So it was Avicius. Yep. Okay, so now I guess I can talk a bit about like leadership and stuff like that. I think that one of the things that we do get credit on, and I can't take all the credit or anything. Actually, I can't take most of the credit. Is that the leadership, it's important, and it's one of the topics I've kind of strayed away from talking about when it comes to leadership, because I don't want it to come off as pretentious or that I know everything, because I don't. I'm constantly learning and trying to figure out better ways of dealing with people, and there's a lot of suggestions that come in that are better than the way that I was handling things in the past. And I think that that's pretty much the basic fundamental to leadership, is being willing to humble yourself enough to go ahead and take other people's advice or input, but also still be kind of strong enough to go ahead and make a decision, but also not make that decision based on just your own ego. And one of the things I've always wanted to do was try and make it to where leadership itself is addressed by many. Kind of almost like a hive mind mentality, that we all see a problem or a situation, and we all talk through. We talk about the problem. We figure out what's the best way to go about things. And I really lean on my leadership. A lot comes from my co-leaders, and I've had some really great co-leaders. Still have some really good co-leaders. Like we had Revelate was incredible. I don't know many people know about Razorbeard, but Razorbeard also very, very incredible as far as his input. He was one of the original people with 7 Days. And then obviously Zero has been such a huge help. The day became leader was immediately when I promoted Zero to co-leadership too, because I needed a strong team behind me. So when people think about like leadership and how to be a good leader, it's never just by me. And the great thing about it is, because we've created this culture of helping and wanting to contribute and stuff like that, I have a lot of alliance members that are elders that are contributing to the alliance in big ways and helping out. And so finding the right team is one of the biggest parts of having, I guess, a strong alliance. And because we created this culture of welcoming people, it's also what's caused so many other people to want to join and be part of it. And because you have good people that want to be part of it, that process just continues to grow. And then that's why you see people like Chef, starting and running 7 Days Fermented. The idea of the alliance wasn't even a month ago, but he's learned a lot and he's grown a lot, and now he's running an alliance that's facing us in war, and we've worked together to do that. So it's definitely huge. And you guys are seeing right now Allison Walters, that's ETA. So ETA Jazz, she's also one of the huge contributors to 7DD. She is like it. Her and Avicius are the huge. They're the people that really need to be celebrated with this. And Choka. I think Choka was with Departed for a little bit with us, but she's definitely huge. Still behind the scenes over there. So. That kind of stuff really helps out a lot. All right, I'm reading through back. Oh, that's funny, Mr. Mo. Yeah. I don't think you should ever tank with Sartana. You just sent it to me online. Okay, I got my line up. Your team isn't even bad. I don't know if I can pull my lineup on my phone to show everybody. You had like 70s, dude. Team's fine. It's not even a scrubby team. I remember your team was good because I recruited you. Or it was good enough. Vittorio's, I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't work for Small Giant. I don't handle that kind of stuff, unfortunately. Yeah, ETA is the supreme queen overlord. It's true. Why did Avi move? Avi wanted to continue growing 7 days. Alright, so you've got Bolt Tusk, Kagan, Falcon. Which one should I use my Hidden Blades 470? Bolt Tusk. I would do Bolt Tusk first, or it depends on how many Hidden Blades how many rings you have. You're back. Your Supreme Minecraft Vlogs. Cool. What's up, Strong Cat? You felt so out of your depth when you joined and hit. Well, how do you think I felt? I was joining with only facing. When did you join us, Flash? I don't think I was a leader at that point. Actually, I don't know. Flash, was I leader? I think I was. I don't know right off the top. But it's good that we're actually talking about Flesh, because I want to talk about recruiting. Recruiting is pretty much the reason why I became the leader of 7 Days. I helped put together getting. At that point, there was a group called Metallica, and they were. Okay, so I was. So when did you join us, Flesh? Day after I joined, I became. Really? That's interesting. Maybe it's because of Flesh I became one. Oh, so he took Panda's spot. That's crazy. And now you're running 7 Days Hunting. Some of the most monumentous people leaving the game made room for people that have started and led alliances. That's really cool. Well, I mean, I'm glad that Panda came back. Yeah, that was a crazy time for sure. Um, but as far as recruiting goes and stuff like that, like recruiting, at that point there was that alliance called Metallica, which Metallica was like a number one, number two. They were fighting back and forth. I think at that time it was Shadow Warriors. I think Shadow Warriors was number one at that point. And then there was Metallica was either second or third. And there was kind of like a little bit of a falling out. And Panda, which is AI Breddy, was able to recruit Irene, which oddly enough Irene just stepped back a few days ago. And Irene at the time was a number one player in rankings, in raids. He was number one. He fought back and forth with Apocicide, and he was always, and also Opliger. Opliger. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've always called him Op, and he recruited him, and it was actually like a really big turning point for 7 Days Departed, was getting Irene to join. And then from that, I went ahead and helped facilitate getting Apocicide, Doom Train, Jazz, and Keyboard to come over as well. So there was other players, and it's really cool that they're actually still, most of them are all still part of 7 Days Departed. And I helped, I reached out to Apocicide and was like, hey, you should join us, this is what we're doing, and everything like that. And was able to recruit some of the biggest players in the game. And then through that, was a big reason why I became the leader. And one thing that I always did is I hung out in AR, so Alliance Recruiting, and I was a pretty known over there, and also was pretty active with talking some of those some big level players, and was able to kind of recruit that way. So that was a big factor with recruiting, getting those people. As far as like strategies or whatever, I've never been a big bold player as far as making fancy alliance recruiting things, and a lot of people do go that route. What I felt works a lot better is just building connections with people. I always would compliment people that had good teams. Like if you see me, I still compliment people on their teams. I think it's great. People like to talk about their teams. They're very, very proud of them. They put a lot of effort and energy into them. And that's usually how we would start the conversation, is complimenting them on their teams. And then just, carrying out a conversation and talking to them about what they're trying to do. And I would say nowadays, things are a bit easier for us to recruit and get new players in 7 Days Departed, because we have this reputation and people know about us and stuff like that. But at the time, people didn't know about us. I mean, we were still in 13th place, so we still had some clout, I guess you could say. And for a player as yourself, I would highly recommend you working and striving to join alliances that are in the top 100 or top 10. Especially if you're watching this and you're getting value out of this and stuff like that, there's plenty of opportunities for you to go ahead and jump and get better and, I guess, hone in on your craft, face higher level titans, be around people that are focused on doing bigger things. Like, that's going to be really helpful to you. So by doing that, by being part of that, I was able to go ahead and recruit for, bigger and stuff, and you kind of level yourself up. So how did I get lucky? So I spent some money, Headley. My team is okay. It's getting better. There's people that have a lot better teams than I do, that's for sure. I appreciate that, business. Thank you very much for appreciating it. So Zartul talked about the awesomeness of having Hana Sun Queen as a tank flanked with Gravemakers. Is that a killer solution for defensive teams? I think that it would. I think that Sand Queen with Gravemakers is fine for sure. I don't remember Bad Time or Adam. Yeah, Flesh definitely had an idea. Oplinger. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm scrolling up. Oplinger changed his name to Zero. That's funny. Yeah, Op was never in 7DD, unfortunately. I almost was able to go ahead and recruit him before he pretty much quit the game. Yeah. So happy I haven't been in your stream for a long time. Well, I'm glad you were able to catch us. I'm doing okay, buddy. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. If you trade my alliance, that has helped me when no one wanted to just join a bigger one. What shall I tell them? So, I mean, I guess that's a good question. And you guys see that I was with the Last Legion, and still a great alliance. They're doing great things now, and I would recommend them to anybody. At that time, they were, obviously you can see my heroes, and I was like I was probably in top 10. They had some really strong players in their alliance and stuff like that. But there was definitely times I would get into top 5 and stuff, even with my dismal Titan hits. But at that time, I had spent some money on the game, and I think that I probably only spent, I don't know, maybe like 50 to $100 or something like that. And a conversation with myself, I was like, I know you really like your alliance. You really like the people. It's not the people are bad or anything like that. But if you're going to spend money on this, you might as well go ahead and try and play with, people that are being, really competitive and are striving for getting to the top. And at the time, people were kind of, rules were a lot more lax, I guess. I just told myself, if you're going to spend money on this, you might as well try and play with the best players. And we weren't the best players. And I probably, I'm not one to, jump ship or anything like that. But we're in 13th place, so I just wanted to get closer to the top. And by spending money on this game and investing into this, I wanted to be part of players that were also kind of doing the same. So that was kind of my motivating factor. There was nothing wrong with the Last Legion, and now, they've got a lot of great players, and people should be very proud. And not to say I wasn't proud to be part of the Last Legion, but things they've shifted and become a bit more competitive, and so I think that's kind of the conversation you need to have with yourself. What do you want out of this game? The minute I started investing into the game was when I decided that I should probably go ahead and, I guess, kind of take it seriously. So that's what it is. So ETA says is if you look back at the 7 days advice channel from July last year, it's all about how best to use 4-star heroes with a few 5s sprinkled in. Yeah, 5 stars didn't exist. Like, I think that I remember at that time looking up and there was like Leanna was like insane. So, how much to spend if it's okay if somebody wants to be in top 100 list? You don't have to spend money in this game. You can just admit that it's going to take more time. That's the thing. Like, if you want to speed up the process, then you're going to need to spend money. If you don't mind waiting and you're a patient person, then I would, like, by the time that you can get to, like, TC20, by that point, you probably have some decent 4 stars that you're using that'll be serviceable, that you can go ahead and complete the events in and stuff like that. And you can compete in different things, and you can attack teams with 5 stars. And then at that point, then you can start focusing on doing TC20, running 4 TC20s, and focusing on going ahead and getting your 5 stars that way. It's just going to take more time. Hylic, which actually runs 7 days fermented with the chef, he's actually he's pretty much all free to play. He hasn't really spent any money on the game in general at all. So you can definitely still be done. Do you think Gretel will be better than Guinevere because one healer? No. I think that Guinevere is always going to be better than Gretel, even though Gretel's insane. Can you say live? Okay, say in the live, I said hi to Zero because you help me in the game and I like to raid with Zero. Okay, well, Strong Cat says hi to you, Zero. Yeah, the game is definitely a marathon, not a sprint, for sure. And that's kind of how I've structured myself and structured the Alliance. I don't try and do too much with everything. There's a lot of things that could be done with the Alliance to make things better. But I also realize that I'm one person, or that we have a group of people, and that they're very stressed. So I don't want, like, I could hand the responsibility down to my co-leaders, but then they have lives, they have things that they need to do. So I try to make this to where it's still a game, but we're still competitive. And it's funny because people join our Alliance and they don't realize how, I don't want to say lax, but how different they think that it is. They think that we're all like gung-ho and super serious and stuff like that. And I mean, even in my Alliance chat, I'm like, I could be better at being more present in my Alliance chat, but I have a lot of different things that I'm doing, especially running these streams, and like I'm giving out help, at a lot of different places. So I can kind of run myself a little bit thin. And when Flesh talks about the game being a marathon and not a sprint, I have to keep that in mind. Like, even with my Titan hits, I'm very conservative with my Titan hits because I want to go ahead and have resources that I can continue to hit for next week, next month, next year, and be able to produce a consistent performance. I don't always have to be at the very top tip of everything because I don't have the time or the money. I want to go ahead and invest into making sure I have all the items for the Titans and also making sure I have all the items for events. It can kind of become you kind of choose one or the other. But I also don't make sure that I'm slacking on my Titan hits, so I also have to get better at things, so I have to compensate in different ways. But I always want to go ahead and find a way that I can go ahead and contribute, but also have it be a way that it can be sustainable. So people get so caught up in spending quick money to go ahead and have all the quick stuff, but you can't do that with this game. You can't just spend $200 and have the most incredible team. The game is specifically designed for you to go ahead and continuously play, continuously build your guys, and have those, and eventually you hit a point to where you have sustainability, and to where you have heroes that you're pretty content with, and then you can kind of work on stuff that you really want to work on just because it's fun. And I think that almost becomes like the drop-off with some of the higher level players that have been playing for a long time, is that they get to the point to where they've kind of eclipsed everything that they want, and now it's just kind of more of the casual type of things that they want to go and do. So how do you encourage an alliance to become more competitive? With us, it was kind of like a natural thing. I will say that I was one of the people advocating to kind of push for the top, because I got in the alliance. We're in 13th, and then we cracked top 10, and then I really started to have conversations with AI Brady about what we can do to be better, and then it was kind of just a progressive change that we decided we wanted to be more competitive, and we're just climbing. And I think that when you start recruiting better players, and you're getting and I don't want to say better players, but players with more developed teams, that it's just kind of a natural progression of competitiveness. Okay, so if you leave your current alliance, they will lose power. They will not find a player with team with 3,600 in your region. So I make a big difference. I mean, that's your call, Aprilios. If you're fine, I would never tell you or advocate for anybody leaving their alliance if they don't want to leave their alliance. If you don't want to leave your alliance, stay there. If you like it there, things are good, then that's awesome. So just be content and happy there. That's all. Just everything comes at a price. You know what I mean? It's like you can like I said, there was a decision I had to make. Decision to leave the last Legion was based, maybe on a little bit of selfishness, that I had been spending a lot of money even though I really like these players. But, there's price you have to pay. So if you want to be a more competitive alliance, you have to realize that it may come at the price of maybe cutting a little bit of ties to the people. But what I will say is if you are that much of an asset and they do like you there that much, if you go and join a top alliance and you hate it there, and you left on good terms with the other alliance, they're probably going to take you back no matter what. Like, if I know without a shadow of doubt, if I told everybody in 7 Days Departed, hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I really want to go and check out this other alliance. I apologize. I know it seems kind of crappy. Maybe it's different for me because I have such a strong tie and I've been running the alliance. But I told him, hey, listen, I really want to, I want to go check things out. I hope you understand. And I do it on good terms. And then if I decide, a month or two later, I'm sorry, guys, I really wanted to come back. I decided, I told you guys initially I wanted to try things out. And I tried things out and I decided I don't want to be there. They would probably take me back, even if I went to our most competitive team and had that conversation. So, if I could do it, being the person that has such a title, such a presence in 7 Days Departed, and you do it in a manner that is respectful and kind, and explain, hey, I'm really striving to kind of be in a top alliance. I really love you guys, and I don't know if I'm 100% positive that I'm going to stay with them, but I would really like to go ahead and try and be an alliance that is at the top. And I'm always available online or Discord, that you can go ahead and send me messages if you need advice or anything like that. I'm around, but I want to kind of do this for me. If you approach all of your leadership with that and you have that conversation, they are never going to come back to you if you want to join back with them. If you hate it so much, they're not going to be like, no, get away. You're too strong of a team of a person. Now that changes if you're an asshole and a jerk and they don't want to be around you. That's different. But as long as you're respectful and cool about it, leadership will take you back. So, sorry, that's my tidbit. You spent all the money in a few old alliances very much. Hard to leave. 95% didn't care about the game. Went to emerging ascending. Best decision in the game. Yeah, see X-Ray. I mean, X-Ray, I think X-Ray was part of the stream before in the past. And wasn't in 7 Days Departed, and maybe I had a help in motivating him into making that decision. But I remember X-Ray, and I remember he wasn't part of our alliances and was watching our stream, so he was kind of faced with the same decision. So you play free-to-play, level 32, no 5 stars. Is it best to get some spend 2,600 or wait for certain shop deals? The shop deals are really good. They have some really, really great deals that come out. But I mostly, if I'm looking for a shop deal, I'm looking for something that gives me gems as well as gives me 4-star ascension items. Those are really good. So, but if you're free to play and you want to stay free to play, you can do that. I would just highly recommend power leveling up your stuff to stronghold 20, and then start investing into TC20. So yeah. Okay, how can I get added to the line chat? So Jack, the line chat is for people that become sponsors. So there's if you see, there should be a sponsor the channel. So if you click sponsor, it's just $4.99 a month, and then the sponsors are added that way. Now that you've reached 1 year mark, could you visit 7DE? I don't think that I'll ever join other sister alliances unless I'm retiring. At this point, I've got so much stuff that I'm doing here, and probably do that. Probably stick around here, to be honest. Thank you, Anthrax. I appreciate that. Did I go to the loo? I don't know what you mean by that, Sarah. Hopefully I didn't just talk for nothing. Yeah, I don't know, Virgilio. I'm sorry. I'm not the one that's in control of that. Toma Tactics is found through Titans, mostly. And you can also get it from Mystic Vision, and then events and stuff like that. You can't farm for you can't farm for tomes. Alright, so Panda's lineup from 2017 was Scarlet Boldtusk. Wow, for red. That's funny. And Aslar. Grimboral, Sonya, Gunner. Yellow had June, Lizu, Hotao. And green was Caedmon, Melander, Littlejohn, Skittleskull. Purple, Sabina, Siberian, Tibertus, Regard. That's funny. Competitive alliance are great if that's what you're into, but the family element is more important to me. A lot of us in alliance are a long time. You build relationships with each other. Yeah, definitely Flesh, that definitely does play into it for sure. It's all about what you want, right? You know, you make this game what you want into it, and that's what's great about the game. If you want to be super competitive, you can find plenty of alliances that are like it. If you want something super family oriented, you find one that you join and you like and you stick to, and some people really like that. They just want to log into the alliance and hang out, and they've got friendships they've built in there, and that works for them. So I'm never one to judge anybody on that. It's all what you want. What do I think of the future at the game? At some point there will be all kinds of hero. What would be the next game to keep it alive? That's a good question, Alex. Thanks for asking that. I say the next step progression in the game. I guess I could talk about the things that I would like to see. And Zero and I have actually had this conversation about different things. So, first and foremost, I think they need a troop, somehow a troop, a way to farm troops, because troops are, you'll see if you don't farm like a madman, you run out of troops. And it seems kind of silly that you either have to buy your troops or farm and pay money to farm. Because right now I pay $0 for my troops. So that needs to happen. I would like it to have some sort of trade element to it, or a way that you could, an auction house or something, or trading with players, I think would really, really help the dynamic of the game. I would like it to be where you could pay a certain amount for Heroes of the Month or specific event heroes. You could either go on the lottery type system, or you could actually just pay money for them. I think that would help. I think it would take away some of the bitter pill if people are really trying to get a hero and they don't get it. I that would take away some of the sting for sure. The heroes are great. I think that's good. New heroes is good. I think they've done a lot of improvements as far as like Alliance Wars. Alliance Wars is fun. I do like that. I think that equipment on heroes, if they're going to progress heroes, that they need to find a way to go ahead and make it so current heroes can get stronger, because these are only 12-star Titans where they have build-outs for 13 and 14s. They're going to need to find a way to go ahead and progress heroes more, and I don't think that they should make 6-star heroes. I think that would be the worst thing that they could do. But making heroes to where you could even do it. We actually had an idea Zero came up with where you could use Ascension items that could guarantee you like either 4-star or 5-star heroes. Like, so training camp would cost like a hidden blade and something, and you would get either a 4 or 5-star hero that was like a special hero or something like that. So using more Ascension items so people could go ahead and progress that way. I think that would allow free-to-play players to also get new heroes and stay competitive as well. I think that they need to find a way to go ahead and encourage more free-to-play players rather than focus on just how much more money can you spend to get better heroes. Like that's important to me. I hope that they can do that. All right. What's up, Johan? What's up? You watch vids, then joined Discord at that time. Rib was posting a bunch. Then Star helped me a bunch, and I found his streams. Okay, so cool. So you kind of found a lot of different ways with us. I'm glad that everybody kind of did their part in impacting it. That's cool, X-Ray. Your team's a great versus mine. Winner by lots. Yeah, it happens. Your team will get there. And there's a lot of people that beat me all the time, so don't worry about it. By the way, last 2 weeks you get no Ascension items, 3 or 4 stars for free. Is that the strategy? I don't think that they weigh how much money on it. And you can't base it on 2 weeks. Like we said before, everything's a marathon. So don't stress it. See you, Flesh. Yeah, trade within Alliance would be cool. Trade using gems, yeah. Or sell your heroes you don't need for gems. That would be sweet. I don't think that... I don't know if they would do a buyback or anything like that. That would be cool. Or being able to go ahead and trade with other players. I think that would be huge. If they could some way formulate that, that would be that'd be really helpful to a lot of players. So I think I'm pretty much just going to finish up with this farming and then call it a wrap for today. But I'll definitely take last minute questions or things that you want to go ahead and do or say. And like I said, if people are wanting to be part of the line group, like I said, that is done through the sponsor. So once you become a sponsor with the channel, I'll add you immediately to the group. You can start hanging out with us. Yeah, good heroes are only part of the process. That's definitely true. Ascension items, they're definitely troublesome, but it gets eventually, guys. It does get to the point to where it's easier. Unless you're Zero and you're chasing Damascus Blades forever, but even still, I'm pretty content with my heroes. Like, there's other heroes that I'd like to get and like ascend and stuff like that, and I will eventually, and it's fine. But yeah, it gets easier, especially with like hidden blades and like compasses and all that kind of stuff. You will reach a point to where you're like, okay, like I'm not chasing the next fine gloves right now. Could I talk about band players? Probably not. That's not really my deal, I guess. I don't know what you mean by that, but I try not to really, I guess, get myself involved in that or like worry about it. And it's also not my decision, so. Yeah, thanks, Gretchen. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Appreciate that. They banned a lot of players recently for different reasons. I don't know too much about it, but they are pretty they're pretty informative as far as what sort of things they want to see and don't want to see. So that's their call and not mine, unfortunately. It's great to pull a nice 4-star, 5-star heroes, but then it takes forever to level them up. Yep. Yeah, Reddit, that's part of the process. Gotta respect leveling up your stuff, and it takes time. But once you start working on heroes that you're able to work on individual heroes, it gets easier. Like even myself, like I was pretty hero poor, and even still I'm close to finishing Gregorion, and close to like probably like a week, 2 weeks. So yeah. So Edward said, speaking of trading, sent a long email in regards to the topic. They told me it was not really a possibility at the time because it would cut down the profits too much. I mean, it's all perspective. So, I mean, it's all what they want out of the game, right? I think it's a matter of perspective. Because if somebody is still getting those heroes, then they're still playing the game, they're still staying active and longer with the game, and they're still putting out they're still staying part of the game. There needs to be progression for end game players. And eventually you get to that point where the end game players could support players that are trying to get 5 stars. They need to find a way to go ahead and make it so it works. Because there's games like Diablo allows it. World of Warcraft, everything allows it. So, but players still spend a lot of money on the game. So there's 2 different types of markets that they need to be hitting. There's the people that need the instant gratification. They want the new hero. They want to go ahead and have that. They want to go ahead and just spend the money and be done with it and get it. And then there's others that want to go ahead and trade for it. All right, so Jack is wondering, how do you sponsor the stream? Okay, so we figured it out before. Jack, if you're watching this from the YouTube app, you can't watch it from the app. You have to actually open up your web browser and pull it up from there. And if you pull up my YouTube channel from a web browser, you should see a green sponsor. So try and go from, and you can't, if you're doing it on an iPhone, it's really easy on an Android. It's very easy to go in and click on sponsor. But if you're doing it from an iPhone, you have to do it through Safari. You can't open it through Chrome. And then if you still don't see it, you have to go to desktop version. Once you go to desktop version, and watch it from there, or go to my channel from desktop version, you'll be able to see it. And maybe next time I'll try and find a desktop version that I can post in the description. That might help people out. That they can click on it, it'll go to desktop version of my YouTube channel and my YouTube channel on there. That might work. If you're not seeing, when you're watching me right now, if you're not seeing sponsor the channel. Oh, not that. Okay, so I'm out of that. All right, give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna look back and read a little bit, so not there. With players having multiple one hero, trading for a single one they don't have would be needed for many players to do pulls nearly as much. I don't think that's the case. Like, there's a lot of heroes that I would like to get, and I would trade a lot of my heroes for. So I would still be working on them, and essentially once I get those heroes, I would need to go ahead and level up those heroes, right? Like, it would make no sense for me to go ahead and pick up, Guinevere and King Arthur and like Asarnia and Lyanna and all these other heroes. I'm probably going to want to speed up leveling up those heroes, which means that I'm probably going to spend money on different things. But those are very hard to reach. Now, maybe it costs 100 gems to do the transaction. Maybe that's something that they could do to go ahead and make it so they're still making money. You can do a trade, but it costs you 100 gems to go and do, or 50 from each person. Each trade costs 50 gems. Okay, so gems are now become a currency that you're going ahead and trading as well. Like that you're still spending money on the game. Like, even now, they just went ahead and made it so you can buy like this stuff from the avatar shop. Like, I spent 1,200 gems on my Hell avatar, and I pretty much already submitted the fact that I would just have to get Hell when she came through, just because I like her so much. But then I've also bought in backgrounds and stuff like that. Like, if you look through, I'm not one that buys a lot of gems. Like, I don't usually have a lot of gems. I got, like, those 1,300 gems that you see right now, I spent the $5 to get the 1,000 gems. So there was that when the event came through. But I'll show you, like, my backgrounds. So all of these are worth 200. So that's 7 that I've spent. So that's 1,400 gems that I've spent there. The avatars, the only one I've bought has been Hell. And then the only pin I bought was Richard pin. So I've been kind of collecting backgrounds. So that's 1,600 plus the 1,200. There's almost 3,000 gems that I've spent just on my stupid avatars. So people will spend the money for it. People will spend the gems for it. So if they're concerned about trading costing them money, they would make more money by just making it so each trade costs you 50 gems, right? Or each trade costs you 100 gems. I know for a fact I would go ahead and spend 100 gems to go ahead and trade if that meant that I was going ahead and getting a Guinevere or something like that. But that's a way that they go ahead and continue to have players investing into the game. But ultimately, the whole thing that it comes down to is you're ultimately giving the player base what it is that they want. Okay, and what it is that players want is that they want the guarantee that they can either get a hero, and then there's some people that like the lottery of potentially going ahead and rolling and getting the hero. You have to find a system that goes ahead and supports that. And eventually they have to hit the point of that, because every single game has that. You look at, like one of the most famous trading card game, Magic the Gathering, they have that element of all of that. You have the randomness of where you open up packs and you can get a specific card, but you have certain expectations. And that's the other unfortunate thing right now. If you do there's no expectations on heroes, on rolls, right? You could get maybe 4 stars, maybe a 5-star, maybe new heroes. People want guarantees, right? There's some people that really are motivated by guarantees, and there's some people that are motivated by lottery type systems. And unfortunately right now, the only player base that's really supported is the lottery type player base. And somebody actually wrote a really nice forum post on a gotcha, which was the you've got kind of those vending machine type things to where you put a quarter in, you turn the dial, and you get a random toy or item in it, and they call those like gotchas. So right now, that's kind of the system that they have in place, and it works really well for people that like that. But some people want guarantees. They don't want to have to hustle and bustle with it. I've seen players that are like, dude, I would pay $100, $150 just for a Guinevere, right? Like, that player would be so much more satisfied by just spending the $150 and getting the Guinevere versus going ahead and, rolling a bunch of times and not getting anything in a bunch of feeders. So they have to do that in some way, shape, or form. It has to get done, and whether I don't know how they're going to do it or how it makes it work, and hopefully, as a community and stuff like that, we can do that, because I love seeing the game. I love watching the game progress, but you have to also understand I deal with those high level players that have high level frustrations with the game. And I personally can go ahead and see the broadcast future of things, and I'm really confident that that Small Giant will see this, recognize this, and work to improve and change things. That's why I don't think I'll ever give up on the game, because they always take player input and advice, and as long as you come from a place of how to achieve things and get everybody happy, that's a system that needs to be put in place. So how do you make a system that makes the player base happy but also makes money? Well, like I said, Magic the Gathering, there's a huge secondary market that all they do is they just buy and sell and trade and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter, because Magic the Gathering still wins, because they're still keeping that player base still intact, and they're still keeping them involved, and they're still supporting it. So there has to be support for the secondary market of the game. And I mean, you look at even games like Fortnite, that it was pretty much free to play, and people pay money on the game for just aesthetic purposes, and even then they still have to create a secondary market to where you can trade. They're now allowing you to trade free or paid for items that are only cosmetic, right? So if they can afford to do it, you have to look at the bigger picture and things. So that was a huge long rant on that. I'm sorry. What do I think about specific summons? Hold on. I talked a lot without reading chat. Okay, sorry. What do I think about talking about popular posts on? Have you thought about talking about popular posts on SG forums? I don't know what you mean by that, Steven. We get more satisfied. Using 2,600 gems for 10x pull and only get 3 stars only make people quit because it's not fair. I agree. Yeah, I mean, nobody's stoked about that. You know what I hate about the game? That I got banned for chat without doing something. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't handle specific cases on stuff like that. Make it cost something, but much more reasonable. I'll be sending another email based on the discussion we had. Add some insight to the situation. Okay. Thanks, Jeb. I appreciate that. Would it be better to have a 10 draw cost 3,000 gems and have a guaranteed for 1 5-star? They need to institute some sort of guarantee when it comes to either 4 stars or 5 stars, or a guarantee when it comes to new hero things. Eventually, they need to progress to the point to where there's enough heroes to where they don't have to, if people still want to get the old heroes, if they're really trying to get Wukong or Kirill or something like that, then they can go and purchase those old heroes. And just even there's the game Hearthstone. If you guys are familiar with Hearthstone has different season packets that you can essentially roll to get them. There's the classic heroes, and then they progress and they open up expansion sets. And when the expansion sets come out, you're rolling for the expansion set things. So people don't want to get a bunch of their old stuff. But if you still want the classic heroes, you can still go back and still roll and try and get those classic heroes. So they have enough heroes to where if they support it, I'm hoping that season 2 that they can work on that. Again, I'm not going to speculate so much on season 2, but this is changes and stuff that I think that they should do. So yeah, Danny. I mean that's But just keep in mind, guys, that I'm not frustrated with Small Giant, okay? Because Small Giant is still learning and grasping, and they're just trying to figure out this game. And the one thing I love about Small Giant is when they hear different opinions and stuff like that, especially if you present it in a way that's reasonable, and they can analyze it and put it together. They want to make things work. They really want to make a game based on the player base. They want it to support, but they also want the player base to keep growing and stuff like that. So that's kind of definitely the thing on it for sure. How do you not know block players would be unblocked if they block for a month in Russia? Like I can't speculate on block or banned players. I'm sorry. That's not my department, unfortunately. I'm just a person that plays the game. Yeah, Danny, I would give it longer than that, buddy. To buy gems at a cheaper rate is what I've heard. Yeah, I don't know if buying gems at a cheaper rate is what they're gonna do. I don't think I think that it's fine. The currency rate on gems, how much gems are received versus what you're getting, I think that's fine. Alright, so this is the first time you've engaged in chat and followed the stream live. Must just say you're thoroughly satisfied and appreciate what I'm doing. Thanks, Edward. I appreciate that you appreciate it. I appreciate you. Love the game. Think they have to change the pack weight. It's hard to get good heroes and use a lot of 10x pulls. Yeah, I think, like I said, guys, like it's all for progressive changes. So, I think that there needs to be some sort of expectations for that. That at least. If I was guaranteed that when I did a 10 roll that I was at least guaranteed a 4 or 5 star event hero, then so many more people would do 10x. Because the other people that aren't doing a 10x on this one were burned in the past, so they're not going to do it on this one. You get what I'm saying? So they have to look at it from both sides of the coin. But, they've got strict algorithms, and I will tell you guys, like the same thing with heroes, you guys don't understand what we went through with ascension items. Like, you guys just saw my heroes. I was at a roadblock with like every single hero because I just could not get it. Like, you're seeing I'm joining a top 13 alliance, which I'll show you right now. Alliances. Let's look at the 13th. Alright, so bear in mind, this is the 13th ranked alliance. Look at this. This is the last person on their list. Okay, this is not even a year ago. This is not like a year ago. In the 13th place alliance, this person has all 5-star 80s. They've got three 80s. They've got almost all 80s. This one has a couple of 70s. You know what I'm saying? So there was that same frustration when it came to ascension items, and it's drastically changed in this year that they now support it and they understand. All right, people make a very valid point. Here, Anchor is showing up. He's limping into 7 Days Departed with level 60s, right? So you can see how much has changed in a year in the dynamic of the game and how much hero development is put in place. And a big reason why it's put into place is because they gave you more opportunities to go ahead and get ascension items. So they will listen, they will change it, it will get changed, they're working towards constantly fixing it. But I think a lot of that comes from the input from the community and everything like that. Just as you saw today, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you really feel that strongly about heroes and stuff like that, put stuff towards this, right? Like I as a leader, I love it when people come to me. If they have a problem, don't just come to me with a problem. Come to me with a solution, right? Say like, this is wrong, but this is how you fix it. This is my opinion on what I think would fix it. I understand your business and your company, and you ultimately want to make money. Okay, and you have to understand that from a game development spectrum, they need to go ahead and still be able to see the beneficial factor to it. So if you articulate that in a professional manner, you put it, and you don't just send them an email, hey, screw you guys, blah 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 blah. I spent all this money, and you don't even care about us, blah 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 blah. They're going to look at that as like hate mail, and they're not really going to like receive it, right? But if somebody ever was to say, hey, like I saw this as this, I really appreciate that you do this, but this is how you could maybe make things better, right? And I think that maybe that just comes from my learning in sales and stuff like that, my background in sales, that how you present and talk to people is so critical on how you get things accomplished. So just think that about it. Did I send an email to them yet? No, zero. Like I said, I'm waiting a little bit more on season 2, but I will. They will absolutely get my voice and my opinion on things, and it's never bad mouth. Like, I have nothing bad to say about Small Giant. It's just progressive problem. Just progressive things that they need to fix. That's all. Alright, so it was a Facebook group that was giving their account info to people to buy gyms at a cheaper rate in another country. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're scamming them out of money and paying less money than you should in a country, then I don't think that I think that there should be actions against that, because you're taking advantage over somebody else. So I don't mind paying 3,500 gems an event if they guarantee 2 heroes from the event. Maybe that's a good one. I probably wouldn't mind that either. Send it. Told Peter to expect it. Okay. Alright, Zero, I will. I'll formulate it. I'll probably write it up and I'll send it to you and Jimmy and stuff like that and see what you think. So, I have just so you know, Zero, I definitely have talked about second market hero stuff. I know that's not a huge concern to you as far as like the hero aspect of it. But it's a huge issue to a lot of people. So, all right, well, I went on a rant. Hopefully that was helpful to people. People still watch, so we're up around 100 the entire stream. So cool. All right, so now I legitimately will take some last minute questions if anybody's got it. It's a lot of talking today. Thank you guys for watching. That's awesome that the channel has progressed and grown this much. You want hell? Well, hell, you're gonna have to get hell. You know how to get hell. Hell is closer than you think, buddy. I actually don't want you to get hell because that takes away from all the jabs that I can throw at you. So I kind of hope you don't get hell. I also know that there's literally no way that you won't get hell. So there's that. Thanks, Danny. Thanks for stopping by. Is there a challenge for you when you're at the top? Obviously. Absolutely. I mean, my alliance challenges me all the time. Right? Like, I mean, you guys can see right now, like, I'm 18th. I'm 18th right now in my Titans. Like, I want to get better at Titan hits. That's something that I want to go ahead and do. There's lots of heroes I want to go ahead and get. Stuff like that. First time you're here, still learning the game. Well, Kim, it might be beneficial to start from the beginning. But you did catch me live, but it was only for a few minutes towards the end. But thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate that, Kim. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. What's the next event? The next event I talked about a few times, but it's going to be Knights. And that should start the second Thursday of every month. So I'm not looking at my calendar right now, but hold on. Calendar says second Thursday will be the 9th, I believe. The 9th should be the next event. It should be nights. Would love to sponsor, can't find the solution at all. All right, so let me see. You're on YouTube on Chrome. Okay. Nicholas, you got to go to, or Shire, you got to go to desktop version. View desktop version. Let me see if I can find the desktop version of my channel and see if maybe I can post that. I'm going to see if I can post that in the comments. Desktop version YouTube. Okay, let me see. Forgot to mention you're on your laptop. All right. So try that link. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you try that link? Can you try that on your phone and see if that will pull up the desktop version? Yeah, my links work. If I put a link in, it works. What's the fastest way to level up your heroes without trainers? TC11 is going to be your fastest way, and then switching off between TC1 and 2. All right, so but what I'm asking is, does that link work? Okay, so no, sorry, Anchor, not from the phone. Okay, it goes to home for me. All right, then let's try, give me a second. Oh, give me a second. So this probably won't work. Okay, so does the link work? Okay, I'm sure the link works, but what I'm wondering is, does it allow you to sponsor? Okay, it works, but you can't see a support button. All right, so you're looking for a sponsor button. We got to figure out this. It stays within the app and redirects to the channel. All right, let me see, because I can't open it on mine. What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to get an iPhone and probably figure it out on my end. And then also figure out a way to go ahead and post the link. Okay, so it brings it there. All right, so So we figured it out last time. How do we figure out last time? I know you have to go to desktop version. So, it's not support that you're looking for. You're looking for sponsor. Sponsor is what you're looking for. I know, right? Right, Rook? I don't know why they make it so difficult. What I may do is I may find... I'll figure it out. I'm going to make it my mission today that I will figure it out. Okay, so try YouTube gaming from a browser. Okay. Let me see if I can do that. Alright, so this might work, guys. Try that. Yeah, Steven, I'll definitely do that. Do me a favor, Apple people, try and just click on that link and see if that will do it. Link doesn't even work for you. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, let me I'm gonna try and send that link was directly to the video, but I'm gonna try and send you directly to my Alright, so try that. Try that link on an iPhone, and then once you click on it, you'll be able to click on my actual thing. Sonny, I'm gonna go check my line right now. I'm looking at what you sent me. Oh, okay, desktop website. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Okay, did anybody try that last link that I sent? Because if not, how do I... Alright, let me see. I'm going to pull up my line and I'm going to show you guys. Oh, no. Alright, I got disconnected. Yeah, Frankie. Did that last link work, Frankie? I wanted you to see if it still says sponsor channel. If you can go to my YouTube Gaming, and from YouTube Gaming, if you can click sponsor. The other thing that you can do, I'm going to pull up my line on my phone. Okay, where are you at? Alright, so she sent me this, okay? So if you have the desktop version up, okay? The three little things up there. And I'm gonna plug in my phone real quick, because hopefully my phone doesn't die. That would be the worst. Alright, so those three little dots, and then you go to desktop website. Click that. And then once you click that, you should be able to go ahead and click sponsor. Andrea, if you're from Android, from what I hear, it's really easy. Yes, it has a green sponsor button. Okay. Alright, cool. So Shire figured it out. Awesome. Thank you so much, Shire. I really, really appreciate you sponsoring the channel. I'm going to add you... I'll add you right now to the group. Let me do this. Okay, let me see. Cove. Alright, so Shire has been also added to the group too. And as always, also become a moderator too. Alright, so you can send screenshots. Alright, so Rook's sending us screenshots. Let's go back. We'll see. Alright, so that's... Alright, so now, Rook, you're watching... Alright. So that sponsor thing is magically going to show there because Shire became a sponsor. Yeah, and the only thing that it shows... okay, so it's because you're watching from the app. Alright, someone just put it on live chat. Easy peasy. So, let me ask you this. Guys, can you click on Shire becoming a sponsor and then become a sponsor? Become a sponsor from him becoming a sponsor? Like, what happens when you click on him becoming a sponsor? Does it do anything? Yeah, I know, right? Right, Gretchen? I guess I need to post instructions step by step on the website. Yeah. You didn't click on anything. Huh. Okay. Thanks, Leah. I appreciate it. Okay, so nothing happens with that. Okay. I've got a deal. Ruth, did you become a sponsor? Did you become a sponsor yet? Okay, so you just see it. Okay. Alright, so nothing happens when you do that. Clicking him does nothing. Alright, so Rick's showing that. Alright, how about this? I'm going to get off for right now. I'm going to get together probably with Rook because I think that's probably a good option. And we're going to figure out how to sponsor the channel. And I'm going to find somebody with Android. And I'm going to give step-by-step directions with Android and Apple. And hopefully we'll have this all solved for the next time. Because the only way right now is if you go to desktop version and sponsor that way. Did anybody try from the gaming? Alright, so when Rook clicks the 3 dots, she sees this. Okay, so Rook, it's because you're watching from the YouTube app. Okay. Yeah, so Brooke, you have to that's totally fine, Adam. You don't need to pay a dime if you don't want to. All good, brother. Alright, so Idhun sent me cool. Did you send it on Discord? Let me check my Discord real quick. Alright, so this is... Alright, so the money sign is the sponsor. Okay, so that's from YouTube Gaming. Okay. So maybe the best way to do it is going to be from the gaming YouTube app. Now, are you looking at this from the app, or is this from a web browser? Adam, no worries. If you want to give back, just continue watching the content, brother. Or you can send this to other people as well. You just send it to you can just post it to your lines when I go live. You had to open it from Safari. Interesting. So you can't open it from Chrome. Can't open with Chrome, have to open with Safari, and it's easy to go and sponsor that way. Okay. So Frankie, if you're on a laptop, you need to and you want to become a sponsor, you need to open it from Safari and not Chrome. I wonder if it changes with I don't know why they make it so difficult for this, to be honest. You didn't try it with Chrome. Okay. All right. I will you got there from Safari on your iPhone too. Okay. So Safari works on iPhone. So it seems like going from the YouTube gaming is the best thing. All the tips you've given have been more than helpful for me in every aspect, also sharing the knowledge with my lights from lights. Cool. Yeah, that works, Adam. Just keep enjoying the content then. See my screenshots. Okay, so let me go look at your line then, Rook. Yeah, it looks like it's still for you, Rook, it looks like it's still on the app, because I can see like the three little things at the top. Okay, so try that then, Rook. Go to the YouTube gaming app, the gaming one. Oh, so you did click on that. So when you click on that, you clicked on the YouTube gaming one, and you get that. Then do this. Go to YouTubeGaming.com. Or do Google search for YouTube Gaming. Search for that and go to the main website for YouTube Gaming. And then once you're there, search for Anchor 7DD. After. And then pull up the thing rather than going straight from the actual link. So I'll try go on Discord. All right. Oh, is that you? Seekin, is that you? Empires and Puzzles? I got your YouTube home page from my subscriptions. That's what happens when you went to YouTube Gaming? Now, this is what I want you guys to go ahead and do. So go to YouTube Gaming. Just do a Google search for it. Click here. There might be something that pops up for you to like channels and stuff like that. keep telling your iPhone that you don't want to open an app. Yeah, so make sure you don't open an app. But let me actually do this. I'm gonna go to this guy's page. So he only has the money app. So that's just a super chat. That's not what we want.
You're not stupid in math. You teach me more than your math teacher. I should get a job, bro. I should get paid by the government because I teach you kids math and life lessons. There we go.
Let me see live. All right, let me see.
What is this base? Sad that no one came up here.
Sponsoring isn't supported on iOS. Why are you such jerks? Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do it. So this has to be the app that I'm in. Jake figured it out, I think. Okay, you sent the link on Discord. Thank you, Jake. Thank you so much for becoming a new sponsor. I really appreciate that. Boo, link you. Okay. Alright, did you send one? Oh, an off topic in Discord. Okay. Let me try this. I don't even know where my off topic is. There it goes. So I'm going to try it from here. This might work. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. She just did it. Okay. Cool. Alright, let me get this link and let me see if this will work. Because this is pulling up exactly what we want. Because you can see right there, it says sponsor right there. Alright, let me grab copy text. Oh, actually, I don't have it in here. How can I paste that? Do me... Rook, I'm going to send you a link that I want you to send to my line. Or actually, I can just do it like this. Okay. Now I've got my line. So I'm going to post the link in here. Now the question... Okay, guys, do me a favor. Click on that link. Click on that link from iOS. Rook, try... okay. Do me a favor, Rook, try and click on that link. You're mere mortal in here, right? I don't even think moderators can post links either. It doesn't like when links are posted. Alright, do me a favor, guys. Try and click on that and see if it works. Figured your sponsor was in order, broke 50k Titan hit, thanks to some tips. Now everyone in your alliance is jealous. That's awesome. Good for you, Jake. Server not found. Wow. Rook, this really hates you then, I guess. Do you have Safari? Same. What are we trying to do? Butt stuff. We're trying to figure out a way people can easily sponsor this channel. That's what it is. Server not found from my. Well, I'm on iOS and it pulled just right up. Right? And Rook, you're in the States too, so it works here. So interesting. Because I know you can't it's got to be the web browser. Yeah, Rook should be in Discord. Yeah, try it through Discord then. I know, right? Easy is nothing on sponsoring here, right? It's so bad. No, it's not you, Rook. It's iOS. Yeah, Rook. Try the link from Off Topic. Try that. Go into Discord on Off Topic, and try and click on that. By the time I stream next, I promise I'll have a link and it won't take up 40 minutes of topic conversation. I'm glad that we got through a lot of content beforehand. Yeah, the chat link, I don't think the chat link works. Rook, try my off-topic Discord link, or try it from iTunes. What's our thoughts on that, Rook? Best 3-star greens for the event. Yeah, Hassan is insane. Hassan's really good. And then also, obviously, what's her name? Oh. God, her name is slipping me. Breen. Breen is really good. I agree, Jake. Doesn't seem like a good business model for YouTube. Well, the sponsor chap, they just released sponsoring. So this just came out not that long ago. It replaced, I forget what they had. They're trying to compete with Twitch, with their sponsoring. So it's pretty new. But tell me about it. All right, the picture's smaller. I can't chat, and I see no buttons to sponsor. Oh, that's too funny. Too good. See, last comment, that's Discord link. On Discord? Oh. Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna try and figure it out. I'll figure it out, guys. Hopefully, maybe. Because I have an iPhone. But mine goes to Safari. So maybe you need to go to Safari. You did. Okay, so you went to Safari. I'm going to try and figure it out. I like stuff like this because I like solving problems, so... You think you fixed it? Steven, what do you got for us? Thanks, Idhun. I appreciate it. Good night. Alright, so posting the link to Discord on advice. Let me know if it works. Okay. So Rook, try going to advice. People are gonna be like, why are you spamming this? It's like, shut up, it's for scientific purposes. Deal with it. Alright, let me try. Alright, Discord. Let's go check out advice. Action sponsor. Wow, so that goes directly to it. That would be really cool if this works. Rook, go try this in advice. Try that. That would be sweet if that link works, because this goes directly to it. Did that work, Rook? Because if that works, I'm posting it in this chat. See line in a sec. Alright. I know, right? There's so much anticipation. And it wasn't 20 characters, right? Let me see, actually. Copy. The link for Discord worked on your phone. Cool. Alright, so Rook sent that. I'm going to paste that for this. And now I'm going to paste this to you guys. She's typing. This is for anybody that doesn't have Discord. Alright. She found sponsor. Alright, so try that link then. And do me a favor, Android users, if you have an Android, do me a favor and see if that will work. And you may need to scroll down. Okay, so... $70, cool. Yes, needs a little navigating. Yes, the link works. Heedley, was that on Android or iPhone? That works from desktop in Chrome. Okay. So let's see. Is anybody on an Android? By any chance? I'd prefer not putting anybody else through this next time. Okay, so it worked on Android. It works from Discord, but when you try it from chat, it doesn't seem to work. Really, Ruth? So that link I just posted doesn't work? Let me try this. Do me a favor. Refresh the stream. Like the actual stream. And I put it in the description for the video. You got to subscribe from link for Android. Cool. So I just put it in the description to this video. And try and see if it works. Yes on an... Alright, so cool. So Steven, that was from an Android that you initially posted. Thank you. Alright, so it only worked for you from Discord from an iPhone. Alright. So again, do me a favor. Check the description comments of this actual video. And then after, to donate to the stream, you should see Super Chat and sponsor the YouTube channel. And then after that, there's gaming.youtube.com/anchor. Action equals sponsor. Try it from try that actual link, Rook. Alright, cool. Roblox got it figured out too. I'm glad we we all brainstormed and figured it out together. But at least next time I can just tell people, if you want to sponsor it and you don't see it, click on this. I should probably tell other people too. Any streamers that I know about. Alright, so sorry, I've got Rook's stuff up. Do we have confirmation from is it in my and you have to actually refresh the page and then check the description on the video. It is still not working for iPhone. Interesting, Ruth. You do this as a hobby or for the money? There's a lot of time invested, so I would prefer if the time invested, you got to figure, I've been on here for 2 hours and almost 3 hours. So it would be nice to recoup some of that. Should post the links in each live stream. Yeah, I probably will, Gretchen. BRB refreshing. Okay, Rook. If I did this for the money, I would have stopped a long time ago. I literally, like I talked about this last time, I have not received $1 from YouTube. I have not received $1 from YouTube since starting this. And I'm actually going to pull up my analytics right now. YouTube. I'm going to look at my analytics real quick. Would you guys guess the amount of hours that people have watched my content? What's your guess on the amount of hours of consumed content that I've made? That's awesome, but Steph. Cool. Good for you. All right. Use. Should I? Give me a second. Sorry, I'm looking up something. Does anybody have a guess of how many hours I have watched, or how many hours of consumed content people have watched? All right, so 43,499 hours of consumed content, which breaks out to about 2.6 million minutes. So I have literally made $0 from 2006 minutes of content that I've made. It's a lot of minutes. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time I've invested. How many hours of content do you think I've made? I can tell you that too. I think I looked it up. Give me a second. It's my watch time. I looked it up before. I think it was like it was a lot of minutes. A lot of hours that I've put into this, and I've received nothing in return. So the channel becomes kind of like I have to find a way to go ahead and sustain giving the information, but also make it worth every. It's a lot. So that's why I honestly I don't feel bad if you guys have to watch ad videos. Like I would never tell anybody you have to subscribe to my channel. Like you have to donate, you have to do that. I don't ever want to force anybody to do anything. Like my content will always be free that you can watch. And if you want to go ahead and sponsor it and do stuff, you can. It's up to you. You know what I mean? So it's lots of time and effort that goes into this. And I don't think anybody should feel bad if I'm making $1 or, however much it is. So, you're not getting any special buttons? What do you mean, Rook? Thank you, Gretchen. I appreciate that. I lose if we're playing Price is Right rules, right, But that's funny. Alright, so you refresh 3 times from iOS and the link is still not working. Oh, that's aggravating. Maybe it doesn't like it. Not getting any special buttons when you refresh. So the only way that it works is going to Discord. Is that what we've settled this on? Wukong stole those buttons, right? I mean, Wukong would be fitting because only sometimes it works. It would be a very fitting hero to steal it. I don't know. I'm gonna submit that's the closest we're going to get right now. Is going to Discord. Maybe it doesn't like it coming from YouTube. That's the notion that I'm getting, that it has to come from an outsourced thing. I mean, the other thing that I could do is get a domain name that goes directly to it. Which I might just do that, potentially. Because I want it to be easy. Yeah, I think it's because YouTube doesn't like links from YouTube. But I'm wondering if I can get like a domain name and then forward it, you click on it and that forwards over to the link. And that might be a workaround that I could do. Potentially. I will figure it out though. But I am going to go ahead and head off the stream. Thank you so much for you guys hanging out. And please, if somebody watched this from the beginning, please timestamp this so people don't have to go through 45 minutes of me trying to steal everybody's money, apparently, because that's what I do. But they need to tell you why it doesn't work first, so you don't need to spend unnecessary money. Yeah. Can't donate from my country. It's okay, Benjamin. Just so people don't know, too, people that from another country and that it doesn't allow you to donate, I did put my my PayPal in the description too. So if you search my email and PayPal, you can also send a donation that way too. So so you can go that way. That way it does work. We tested that out yesterday. It worked perfectly fine. Or today. So if you can't donate from your country, you can also donate to PayPal, and that goes directly to me. So, but that's just options. Anybody, like I said, I've never forced anybody to do it, and I will never will, and I'll always make this content free, and I've done all the events free and stuff like that, so there's no worries there. It's just if people want to support and stuff, that really helps, but it's all you. But thank you guys, everybody. I really, really appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out. Thank you.